Not
You
in
should
that way.
respect
Anyway, but a nigga doing this is out of line. Any nigga who finds a reason to be like this, no.
I mean, there's multiple
No.
different positions you could be in, though. You don't have to be in that position to get your ass ate.
Do you believe Jussie Smollett?
I'm
Yo.
What?
Do you think Lil Nas X is a good role model for children? Do you think every person is born gay who's gay?
Just the gay community. We do more fighting and arguing than a regular relationship.
I do be hearing about that. Santa Maria aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador.
Yo. You got it, bro. You got it.
We have a special kind of video / interview. I don't know the name of what this video is gonna be, but it might be called something like a talk with the gays. Like I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It gotta
talk with the gays. Yo.
I don't know. Some that
Hey,
I don't know. But the point of this video is to bridge the gap between straight men, straight women, and people who live different realities, live the alternative lifestyle. Only because we live in a day and age where we all have to understand that nobody's going anywhere. We all have to understand that there's always been these kinds of people in our families. We used to act like they weren't around, or we used to act like they weren't a part of our families. And I just want to bridge the gap and ask the questions that straight people always wanted to ask, and then offer the floor for you guys to speak on anything you want to speak on, call out anything you want to call out that straight people do that y'all feel like is funny or is fake or is disrespectful. And we can take it from there. Some of these questions might be controversial. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. But y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then we'll take it from there.
I'm hungry.
This is hungry, y'all.
I want you to. I was like, okay, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then this one eat a bite of food. Like,
oh yeah, this how we gonna do it too. So if I ask a question, it'll start with Ron, and then it'll go around clockwise like that.
Yeah, all right.
So Rhonda, Ron, either one.
Yeah, let them know where you from.
From New York, from the Bronx, but I live in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's my guy, bro, right there.
Yes. Okay, next we got, what's your name, brother?
My name is Shy Base. I'm a fashion designer, fashion stylist. I do any type of media things, and yeah, ready to talk about this today. I am from the Bronx, but I live in Charleston.
All right, bad. Okay. So, first question. Do you believe Jussie Smollett?
Yo!
What?
Yeah, he jumped out the gate with the what?
Did you believe Jussie Smollett, or did he set gay niggas back for 100 years with that bullshit?
I'm not gonna say he set us back 100 years, but damn, like he didn't. I feel like he was at the height of his career. He didn't need to do that. Right. It was just so uncalled for and dumb. Like, bro, you had the whole. I wouldn't even just say black community. You had people really rooting for you. Like how Tyra said, we were all rooting for you. Like
that nigga was lit. He threw it all the way.
We live, baby.
He threw it all the way. What about you, Shabase?
Honestly, I'm about to say that nothing was adding up. So I don't know, like, whatever. I just don't understand why he would say that they beat him up for being gay if you hired actors. That was like the last thing I remember from that, but I don't know too much on that situation. So honestly, I just wish that if he did lie, why lie? Like, what was the lie for?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Like I said, he was at the height of his career. There wasn't no reason to do that. It was just, so random and dumb. And then it was like, oh, it was a noose around his neck. So you gotta. It was like extra hate crime on a black man, a gay black man,
a light skinned black.
And these are shut up. And these people.
Nobody do that to no light skinned nigga.
Anybody doing that to the light skin? But these are real stuff that's happening in the community. Like people really attacking gay people. So it's like, yo, bro, we already got a hard enough time getting justice as a black person, but a gay black person. Right. So that was just so, like I said, it was just very uncalled for, and he set his back. This was like 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm
like 2.
Hell
no,
no. He just
no.
got sentenced like 2 years ago.
Word?
It was like when Trump was in office, around that time.
You're right. Trump wasn't off.
Like
Yeah.
Empire was actually popping at that time, so it was just like, what is going on?
No. Well, remember we missed one episode and never watched it again.
Everybody had the same experience. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at.
The last I looked, I think Lucius had dreads. I was like, I'm out of here. I don't know what the fuck
Lucius had
happened.
dreads. Yeah, I ain't even
Lucius,
think that far.
Yeah. No. I mean, the last thing I saw was he had dreads. I didn't even watch it. I
Right.
was like, yeah, this shit was crazy.
It was.
He lost the leg. Did he lose his leg and shit? It was crazy.
I don't know anything.
Lost the
I'm like,
leg.
you're asking the wrong person. Don't know anything.
All right, so his leg got blew off. What the fuck?
All right, so question number 2. Straight guys, straight people. I've seen straight people go into uproar about things that Lil Nas X does. So before I give my opinion on Lil Nas X as a straight man, the question I want to ask y'all is, do you think Lil Nas X is a good role model for children?
Start with supposed to go first. So I'm just like, wait.
Every entertainer is not for everybody can't listen to everybody. There's certain entertainers that's just for adults, and anybody who I get it. When he came out, that song was catchy and the kids grasped to it. And I think it should be there's no problem with that. I think parents just got to do a better job of censoring the stuff that their kids listen to, making sure they do their homework on these people and what they believe in before you're like, oh, because these kids are very impressionable. So I remember when King Von was like really, doing this thing, and then he died like right then and there, like he was really at the height of his career. So my nephew just going around, doing all these videos, and he's just so impressionable, and you got to see like, damn, let me make sure that the people that they are possibly looking at as role models, that these people are just that. But I mean, as a parent, you still got to be your child's role model and just let them know what's right from wrong. It's not wrong with being gay or him putting whatever out, but after you see that his songs is what he's talking about, then that's when they should have shut it down. Like, oh no, you can't listen to that. This is not for a child, so censor it.
Facts. What about you, Shabiz?
So I'm gonna just piggyback off of what Ron just said. The Old Town Road song was catchy, but nobody was listening to the lyrics. The lyrics clearly said that he was drinking like scissor or something. Like he said that he was doing drugs in the song. So it's like for a parent, and you're not censoring your like what's going on with your kids. The first song that man had famous was a song about he's like was talking about doing drugs, like living life and da da da. Y'all should have paid attention that he was talking about doing drugs. That was one of the first things on the song. So it's like y'all not even paying attention to that. So how y'all gonna be mad at the rest of the stuff? And then y'all made him a role model when he never was going to be a role model. He's a young teenager. Like he's like
he a little bit older than that, but he's still young.
No, he was like 21 when he came. Like he was young as hell.
Yeah. He probably only like 22, 23 right now.
Yeah, so it's like he's a young adult himself. So like I don't know what y'all wanted him to be the face of like I don't know what like that was just weird. Like and I'm like y'all literally didn't listen to the song because y'all had him performing the song at dang schools and all type of stuff. And I'm like he's literally talking about drugs, but okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're right. Now my opinion of Lil Nas X is of course, the whole entire world like the Old Town Road song. You'd be lying if you say you didn't.
Yeah.
You'd be lying. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna be a one-hit wonder. I try not to watch his videos because I don't be wanting to see nothing wild. But
yeah, now he be like showing ass cheeks and shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I do feel like he's immensely talented though. I like the song he got with Jack Harlow. I even think that he got this funny ass, what I think is the most fire gay bar. Like with new gay artists being lit, right? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to talk about the best gay bars ever, right? And it might be this nigga Lil Nas X said, I don't fuck bitches, I'm queer. But these niggas bitches like Medea. I was bars, nigga.
That was
fucking
funny
stupid.
I was like, yo, this nigga nice, right?
Right.
I feel like he's talented. And at the end of the day, how many celebrities are really fucking role models? Like,
None.
Like
A
I used
lot of
to.
these, yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of these people talk about doing drugs and they influencing these kids to pop pills, lean, not telling them the side effects. You'll lose your fucking teeth. You drinking this fucking lean shit. Your
Right.
dick won't get hard. You start having all these seizures, and they don't tell you that part of it. You feel me? Joel's lost his teeth, and his shit don't ever look. His shit still don't look right.
yeah, his
I
new
don't know what
teeth.
teeth.
His
It's
new teeth.
crazy.
It just he ain't the same Wells, man. Like I watched some
That's,
old videos where his shit
His
was kind of
teeth.
like
those
I
chipped.
don't
It
teeth
even
is
know
looked
who y'all
crazy.
crazy.
talking about, but it's still funny.
Joel
He ain't the same
Santana.
nigga, bro.
Oh,
He,
I haven't seen him since he lost his teeth. I ain't never seen
nah,
him.
Yeah, his
his
teeth
new
look.
chops is not the chops.
Yeah, those ain't the teeth he need to be having.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I feel like Lil Nas X is Lil Nas X. I mean, what he's talented. He's just
Right.
gay. Like if you don't like, don't listen to the shit.
But he's not a role model. No,
It's not a role model. None of these niggas is
no,
role models.
no.
Jay-Z just became a role model. Jay-Z wasn't a role model for mad long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? None of you niggas is role models. None of you niggas is role models. You feel me? But Lil Nas X, if you ever watch this video, do your thing, my nigga. You dark skinned. I rep all my dark skinned niggas.
Yo, you're gonna continue to push this dark skin
I need
agenda,
these
bro?
niggas to win. We all gotta win. Jonathan Majors, all my niggas.
I'm crying. You,
Idris Alba, all my niggas.
Jonathan Majors is dark skinned.
I'm claiming them. The border
Okay.
black, I'm claiming them.
I'm
Because in
claiming
my
him.
head, I'm just like, I feel like he's brown.
The border black, I'm claiming them. All right, but next question, right? Do you think every person is born gay who's gay? Also, if you want to divulge, can you both talk about how young you were when you started to feel like you may be attracted to the same sex? So that's a two-part question.
So the first part, okay. The first, what was the first part?
Do you think every person
Oh,
gay?
the born gay. Yeah. I wouldn't say every person is born gay. No. I do believe that people are. That's my personal opinion. I do believe people are born gay. Um, I
Hey.
think some people. Hey.
Finally.
Yeah, I feel like some people they have life experiences. It's just it's so many other stuff. Some people have life experiences, bad experience with men, possibly they were molested or raped or whatever. So it's a ton of things that could have happened to influence that. But I do believe there are people that are born gay. And what was the second one? It was when
How
did
old?
we
How
how
old were
old was
you?
I?
You started to feel like that was you.
I feel like me personally, I always felt like that. Like you could vouch. Even I always been running with the boys. Like, what's up?
Yeah,
Growing up, I didn't get the
yeah.
Barbies and none of that stuff. Growing up, like my mom's, yeah, get her some wrestling toys. She liked to dress comfortable. She liked to be out there running. We ain't even gonna do that. So I want to say like it's like it was like an unspoken thing. Like everybody already knew. Like, yeah, this nigga gay.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
This nigga gay.
Yeah, back in the day, you was out there. You was out there shooting 3-pointers with the niggas,
Yeah, man.
bullying niggas.
But I can say, like I said, I did date boys growing up. And I want to say once I got to middle school, that's when I was just like, nah, I'm
It's
just gonna
over
straight
with.
up. It's over. Ain't no, yeah, where the girls at? Like once I got
You
to middle
made.
school,
I ain't
where
gonna
the
lie.
bitches
You
at?
made a wise decision, man. Because women are lit. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Bitches is
But
lit. I
yo,
ain't gonna
bro,
hold
they lit, but what
you.
you don't understand is you basically dating another person that women are very difficult. So you're dating another female with mood swings, her
Yeah, I don't know how
period,
y'all
all
do
this
that.
extra
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's emotional, and we do probably more fighting and arguing. Like not me and my lady, but more like just the gay community. We do more fighting and arguing than a regular
I do
relationship.
be hearing about that. I do.
I'd be
Let
like,
me tell you what
you
I
don't
hear.
want a bitch till you get one, and you'd be like,
Let me
oh
tell you what
hell
I hear.
no, yeah.
I hear the lesbians fight a lot, and I hear gay men.
Oh, they go
They
crazy.
fuck more than anybody. Like they bodies.
Yeah, not they fuck.
They fuck more than. That's what I be hearing.
I don't know about that
That's what I
fucking
be
shit,
hearing.
but
But we would need
they be really
we would need
fighting.
the homie to
They
verify
really do
that.
be fighting.
They be fighting.
Oh, but moving on to shy base, the double part question: do you think every gay person is born gay? And talk about how young you were when you started feeling like that was you.
Dang. So I personally believe that if you're okay, there's a lot of layers to this question actually. So the first part, I do believe most like most gay people are born gay. Um, my belief also is not the same as a lot of people's. It's like my personal thing. First of all, sorry y'all, this band keep trying to not let
He
me be,
said, not
but
the bang.
yeah, it keeps like going in front
The
of my eye. And I'm like,
bang.
where's it going on? But I personally believe like if somebody is trying something with the same sex, that they are not gay. Like, so let's say, like, because the world always like never like
So
I don't feel like people bash women for trying like stuff with another woman, but they would always bash a man for trying stuff with another man. Like, so let's say like my
there's no such
homegirl.
thing as a bisexual man.
I agree. I agree,
Hold
but
on,
let's let the homie
we
make his
about to
point.
go down. We about to go down into
Do
the
it.
dungeon.
Before we go there, we'll move on to that next. But focus on these two questions, and then
Yeah.
I'm glad Cuz will answer the same thing.
Okay, so the reason why I'm like bringing this like small backstory is because like I really don't believe like you trying this with somebody doesn't mean that you're gay. So like I said, so people that I feel like are gay, like their dick gets hard for a man, like they pussy gets wet for a woman. Women are really over sexualized inside the media anyway, so mostly everybody looks at women in a sexual way. So it's like I don't really feel like the people that are gay now, like they're really gay. Like, because some people, like, not outside of people that
It's
are
like a
born
trend
gay.
a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
It's
You
almost like
spitting, and
a trend.
that's a point that I was gonna make a little later, where I feel like a lot of people was just perpetrating, trying to be down. But before
Yeah,
we get to that, let's move on to matter of fact, the second part of the question.
yeah.
How
I'm gonna
old
say
were you?
the other thing is I don't feel like I was like 6 or 7. I'm like I realized I liked men, but I'm pansexual, so I like everybody. So like
Can
I
you
was just
can
like
you explain the
What does
term?
that mean, bro?
pansexual. So okay, there's like I always say that I'm pansexual, bisexual because some pan so pan means liking trans people. That's the added like person is at liking trans people. Some trans people are not on the binary in their terms. They are not on the binary, on the gender binary. So they go by whatever pronouns that they go by. So that's why I include pansexual in there and bisexual because it's like bisexual, I like men, women on the binary, but then on the other side, I still like trans people on top of that. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, all right. So next, Kazo, first of all, introduce yourself to everybody on the panel.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry I was late. I'm
You good?
Tease. Um, what was the question? I know
All
it
right, so,
was when you born gay. I do
yeah, the
think some
question
people can be.
is a
Yeah.
two-parter.
Okay.
Do you believe all gay people are born gay? And the second question is, how old were you when you started feeling like you may be a lesbian?
Okay. So I don't think all gay people are born gay, but I do think some people are. Um, I think like I always like girls. I always looking at booties and looking at boobs. Like I always did it. It's like when I got comfortable with myself enough to like actually start talking to women, I would say at like 14, talking to women online, but never like face to face. Like kind of like I don't know, it's like a secret. Like it was my other life. Like I was talking to girls I wasn't really
So
into.
you was
The guys.
you was doing the chat rooms?
Yeah, like I was on the chat rooms. Yeah, like that. Like
They
nobody
used to
knew
be
that I
pretty
was talking.
big back then. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knew I was talking to girls, but the girls that I was talking to, and it was just like it's more of a you worried about what not what other people gonna say, but like in the Black community, in a lot of communities, like we are big on not letting our family down because people judge your life based off of they judge your parents off of your life type thing. Like whatever
Right.
I do, then it's gonna get back to my mom or my dad, or it's gonna get back this person, that person. So it's like I'm trying to live a safe life for them type shit. But I started dating girls like openly, probably like when I was like 14, 15 in that era.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay. Next, piggybacking off of what Sha was speaking on earlier, do you think how much of being gay is a choice versus people not having a choice because they were born that way? Because my opinion of this is with the height of social media and all these new, pronouns and terms being made up, half the time I personally be thinking that because everyone wants to be seen and nobody nobody wants to feel or be viewed as average.
Mm-hmm.
We got people jumping in. We got people jumping into this, and they're claiming all these identities and claiming to be this, that, and third, just because they want to appear to be extraordinary, when really they might just be experimenting, and that might
Yeah.
not really be who they really are.
Yeah, that happens a lot. There's a lot of like how they say cultural vultures. Like people do stuff to be seen, and they pretend to be in relationships. Like, but it's kind of weird though, because I think sometimes people pretend to do it, and then they get in their feelings and they like it, and now this is what they attracted to. Some people just be trying shit because somebody broke their heart, and this person coming in as a hero, and they in an emotional state. Like, I do think there's some people that are not like gay. Like earlier Ron said she don't think that a man can be bisexual. I think that a man can be gay for money and not be gay in real life. Like separate. I don't know, but then
I agree on that aspect. I agree on that aspect. What's the dude from Miami? And he got caught sucking dick. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
who got caught? Who got caught?
He's from New York, and he out there, and they got him with they got the video with him sucking dick.
Was this the OnlyFans nigga?
Yeah, and he be fucking the midgets. What's his name?
I heard about some shit like that. They was talking about that shit on my timeline.
Yeah, he got 100K, and he basically came out in the video and was like, "I'm up." It was like a mil. It was like 100K or a mil just for the dude to suck the nigga dick or some shit. And he was like, "It don't matter. I still fuck bitches, but it's like you gay for money is crazy. Some shit you just gotta be like, you know what? You gotta do the line in the sand."
All right,
but I mean. I don't know. I just feel like there's no such thing as a bisexual man.
So let's that way, you that way. Then. Let's stay on this topic then. Mm-hmm. So that's wrong. She says there's no such thing as a bisexual man. What do the rest of y'all think?
So no, the question is, why do you think that?
Yes, why do you think there's no such thing as a bisexual man? You either straight or you gay.
For men, because okay, so say for instance, what movie was that? Where the dude was like, matter of fact, it was Insecure, when the dude told Molly that, you know, he let a nigga,
I seen that episode before. Yeah.
And she looked at him and was like, yo, it's a deal breaker. I think for most women, I'm not gonna say all, for most women, they are not going for that, bro. You might as well be gay. You can't go and be like, yeah, my partner. How many women you think can openly say they would still fuck with a nigga if they found out he did something with a guy?
See, openly. We all know some of these niggas be sneaking.
There's a lot.
And they bitches be finding out. We all know.
One of my homegirls, she only dates dudes that like, you know, that like dudes like that are bi or whatever.
That want penetration. Well, is it gay? What if you're not gay if you're a dude and you just like penetration, right? You just like a woman to do it, but you don't want a man to do it. Is the gayness?
I think a man.
Hold on, wait.
Anything happen to his booty hole?
Like stuff like that.
You messing with dark forces. So either you go, if you grin,
y'all going to too many tangents.
If you grin, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all going to too many tangents because I have responses for all of this.
Yeah,
I know you do. I know you
men,
do.
Yeah, but there's men that say there's men that say if they let a nigga suck their dick, they not gay because they didn't penetrate.
Yeah, but you let a man.
But they like it though.
You let a man. But to me, when a guy say that, I'm thinking like this, right? Because when you get head, right, as a straight man, right, women have smoother faces. They got long hair and stuff like that, with the braids under the weave sometimes.
There's some bad.
But if you getting head from a guy and you touching the face, it's the stubble, it's the beard there. Like,
I'm about to say there's badass niggas that don't wear facial hair because they're feminine, and then trans people, they want to transition into the feminine side. So you wouldn't even know. Sometimes if you walk past them motherfuckers on the street, you would never even know.
You wouldn't even know.
I'm hoping that I will always know.
So I'm about to say, y'all, like I said, y'all don't went to too many fucking tangents.
All right, so what you think? What you think, bro?
So I don't even remember what the original thing we was talking about.
All right, Ron's argument is there's no such thing.
The bisexual man. So like I said, y'all went on to a lot of different tangents because I had responses to all. So the reason why I'm just like weirded out is because like we're from like the same place. We're from the hood. The main thing that hood people say is that men can't be bisexual, but I'm like, y'all say women can be bisexual. Why is it a double standard? But the thing is, at the end of the day, I feel like if your dick does not get hard when you see another man naked, you're not gay. If you like, to me, like, your dick does not get hard when that nigga start like get close to you, touch you, any of that shit, I don't feel like you're gay. That's what I was saying in general. Because if a gay man goes to suck a straight man off, he's not gonna get hard like that. He's gonna get soft hard. And like you said, if he likes the feeling, of course he's gonna get hard, but it's not the fact that it's a man doing it, it's the fact that if he's getting his dick sucked. Like, at the end of the day, is he's getting his dick sucked. Like, he can be put in a fucking blindfold, a thing on him. Like, let's say Nate is over there, blindfolded, head thing, whatever, and his girl is a dirty ass motherfucker and makes the man come in there and suck his dick and act like it's her.
Bitch
He
better
would,
run for her life.
never know.
Nigga said bitch better run for her life.
Yeah, because I might say that's dirty as fuck. Like, that's rape.
Right.
Like, but like, in general, like, people be talking about this. I'm like, that's not gay, because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's your private part being pleasured. And then on top of that, I'm like, when you say the bi thing, I'm like, I've always liked men and women since I was younger. I had the biggest motherfucking crush on Usher. That's how I first really knew I was gay. Like, Usher was singing with his shirt off and whatever. I was just like, God damn, like, whatever a 7-year-old would say at that time. But like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, whatever. But then, like, I had the biggest crush on.
He saw that nigga doing that foot move, spinning the chain around his neck.
That my way, was it my way?
He was like, oh wait.
Nah, it was the Confessions video. That was the one that did it for me. I don't know. It's something about that video. And then I had the biggest crush on Aaliyah at the same time. Like, my biggest thing, people always be surprised when I talk to them, because he's like, oh, you gay? Like, da, da, da. I'm like, excuse me, we classify every, like, man, even if they bisexual, black people are going to say you're gay. They're never going to be like, oh, you're bisexual. Most times when they're talking to you, they're going to say you're gay. I'm like, I love eating pussy.
Yeah.
I love to see a pussy. I love the way they squirt. I love the way they scream. All of that shit. So I'm like, for me, I'm like, when you say that men can't be bisexual, I'm like, well, I've always liked both people. And then, like, when I really started talking to trans people more, I'm like, I've been attracted to their physicality, but never realized like their mind and da da da. So it's just like, I always was like, I'm the biggest person to be like, men can be bisexual, but because we are raised on the fact that men can't be bisexual, we're literally raised on that. Like, people always say that all of our lives.
You know what's crazy? You know what
I think it's like your gay override bisexual.
That's what it is. It's overrides it. Like
you know like if you black,
if
whatever you mix with, you black.
Yeah. I think the reason why, especially in the black community, they say it's no bisexual if you gay, you gay. I think it's just because majority of black women who are attracted to men, they're just turned off by the thought of this big strong man that they like.
Podcast.
Taking it in the booty by another man. They just not into that.
Right.
So they say, hey, listen, if you're the type of nigga that I'm fucking with, I'm not with that. You know, some are. We all know, you know, even especially in the building where we come from, Ron, you know, it's niggas.
Let me ask you this, right?
Dabbling.
Let me ask you this, right? If you see transgender and you like basically you talking to her outside, you don't know she's trans. You think, yo, this is a baddie. This is, yo, you know, she got the titties, ass, face, mad pretty, right? She looks like a woman. You take her home, and then she goes, yo, I'm trans. And by then, you already caught in the web because you already committed. So are you gonna still do it as a man?
You asking me that?
Yeah.
I'm about to say she got to be asking you, because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, oh,
right.
No, not you, Shaq.
Nah,
you already caught up. So what's up?
The world we live in, I kind of do detective work. Like I look for certain things.
Yo, you really can't tell no more.
Like you gotta understand. Like, a natural born woman, at a certain age, her titties gonna look a certain way. At a certain age, her body gonna look a certain way. Most likely, she got kids. Number one thing is, you know, no trans woman got kids. So if you fire, and you look totally fit, and you over 30 and you ain't got no kids,
yo, there's people that really
that's
don't want
already
kids,
it's already shaky to me. I ain't gonna lie, it's already shaky.
No, right, like, for real. I'm about to say, I know a trans woman that actually has kids, but had kids from before she transitioned. But so what I will say is that, from knowing the amount of trans people that I have met,
it wouldn't get that far with me, is what I'm saying. But
yeah, no, I got you. I'm just wanting to say, like, people, the internet makes everything like harder on trans people than something should be, because the black trans people I know, I've never heard any stories of them leading on somebody to the bedroom and then like disclosing this.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that they tell you early on. Because even when I be on these day apps and shit, and I might send a message, the first message I get back is like, "Hey, I'm trans." I
like the honesty though. I like
never
the
been let
honesty.
on. I ain't
Give
never
a person a chance to
they be like, "Hey, I'm trans." I be like, "Hey, I ain't into that."
So like I said, the internet really gives them more.
Niggas be pretending. Yo, I didn't know.
What was last night?
How you fuck a trans woman by mistake? Niggas be lying.
But like, yes, because literally,
there's no such thing as a trans woman by mistake.
Niggas be lying.
These niggas be lying. You knew.
Yeah, no, that ass be lying.
You knew.
There's no accident.
Like I said, I've never like literally the way that they be getting like approached. They get approached in the street, whatever. You know, I'm not like they're not going to say that in the street. They get killed every day, like all the time. So it's like, why am I just going to just like say that in the street? Whatever. You get their number. They whatever text you, whatever, and like you may be texting a little short conversation. They might tell you within that first 24 hours, hey, just like I don't want to lead you on. I'm a trans person. Da 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 da. So y'all are separate from each other. You can't beat they fucking ass. That's like a way that like they do it in like for their own safety. And like I said, it really annoys me that like men get mad because they like I'm attracted to them, but like that's not their problem. They look good because they look good. Most trans women that looked really good as a dude before they transition to become a trans woman. They usually like look like badass niggas and then like cut off all their facial hair, do whatever, and then transition. So yeah.
It's as a straight man, I just want to say that it's scary sometimes for me.
It's not scary.
It's terrifying, my nigga.
Like what you like, bro.
Like I said, the reason why I want you to not say it's scary is because
scary.
That means that they did a good job of transitioning themselves into the person that they want.
That's why it's scary.
But at the end of the day, you shouldn't feel any type like any straight man should not feel some type of way because they like that because they're presenting female. Yes,
I agree.
But at the same time, like you're not going to get deep in your feelings with this person. Like you're just going to have the sexual thing at first, and then when y'all start talking, and then they like release that, you could just be like, okay, I got to let this shit go because I'm really not attracted to you in that manner. But like men be like, they scary, and I'm like, them motherfuckers going to tell you when they get a chance to tell you. They're not going to lead you on down the roads before y'all on y'all fucking 10th date.
Yeah, I know that as a fact because I'm a nigga who run down on women. I done been out in the street, maybe in the H&M or something, and I see what looks like a natural born woman, and I run down. I'm like, yo, what up? Put my number in your phone. She be like, I will, but just want to let you know I'm trans.
You're like,
they don't
okay,
even let
that's
the deal wait no time. So niggas be lying.
Let you make your own decision.
Motherfucker swindle me. Y'all niggas is lying, nigga. You wanted to see what's up. Stop lying, nigga.
You definitely wanted to see what's up.
Stop lying. Like niggas be capping. Niggas be capping. But I'm comfortable with my sexuality as a straight man to where I could say I like some Lil Nas X music. Yeah. I could say the truth, like, yo, man, that's y'all do y'all thing. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not offended by that shit though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. So that's why another thing, I be looking at niggas funny when they just seem too bothered by it and it really ain't got nothing to do with them.
Those are the ones that be fucking gay.
I be like, why are you so bothered? Because this shit really ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's whenever I see a person so invested in gay people, I be like, bro, those be the motherfuckers 9 times out of 10. I can honestly say this, right? In high school, I wouldn't even say high school, middle school, high school, everybody who would make comments and shit like about like not on no crazy shit, but just like make it like, oh yeah, what's up, gay bitch? Like always make those type of comments. They wound up sliding in the DMs or had an experience and been like, yeah, y'all was just trying to project. I know who the fuck I am. I've been through that. Those are the ones, and that's why I be laughing because it's like all the motherfuckers that had all this shit or would make comments. Those are the ones that be out here with a whole girlfriend, whole nigga, whole whatever, and you be like, oh shit, I thought you ain't like that. Nah, they did. They just wanted to project on you. That's it.
But you know what's crazy? When I was like coming out, I fought with that. Like I went through that, like with people who were gay or like I knew I like girls, but I would say shit like, like the fuck, like nah, like how you do that? Like low key inquiring, but like trying to take the feeling from myself. Like saying fucked up shit or asking a fucked up question, and the whole time, you know, it's like I'm fighting something within myself type of shit.
Right.
So it's like a whole battle you go through with yourself. Then you got to deal with what the world got to say. Like you ain't going through something. Everybody don't go through that though. Some people are comfortable within themselves. They don't never question why this, whatever. But then you got those of us who do, and then you got to deal with the world along with that.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. Let's talk about Pride Month, the Pride Parade, and the festivities that go on, because some things that I've seen on the internet is a little bit alarming.
What's alarming?
When I go on the internet and it's Pride Week, so that gives this old white man the excuse to stand in the middle of the street, butt ass naked, in the middle of the daytime.
Wait, does he have on any clothing?
He has on a leather vest, and nothing else.
Well, wait, where is he at?
Yo, he was. This is what I'm saying. Like it'll be different depending on where you at. But this couldn't have been New York. It didn't look like New York. But see, I remember hustling, like selling like nutcrackers and weed and shit one time during the Pride Parade, made wild bread. But I seen some wild shit. So I'm thinking like this, right? First of all, I never knew how wild you niggas really was, because it had nothing to do with me. So when I'm trying to sell a nutcracker,
confused. What is happening?
when I'm trying to sell a nutcracker in a dime, and 5 feet away, it's a man getting head by another man.
Right.
In the middle of the fucking street, and then there's a circle around niggas like, yeah, suck that dick, and then it's big.
Where you see this at?
Big brothers walking around.
That is a normal. That's
shit.
normal during Pride.
I'm like, what the fuck going on? And then I see someone on the internet. It's this old white man. Like I say, he had on a black vest, black biker vest, and he was butt ass naked. I'm like, why is this so wild? And then what makes me feel like some of y'all have to hold some of y'all people accountable is this. As the years go by, it seems like certain people are trying to involve children in this more and more. People are taking their kids out to the Pride Parade and all that stuff. And if y'all not gonna designate certain days of the week, maybe where this is kid-friendly stuff over here. These days is wild adult shit, nudity possibly. Don't bring your kids over here. I feel like it's becoming shaky. The more and more the numbers grow, the more and more the power grows. I feel like there has to be a code of ethics.
I get what you're saying, right? So I do feel like they are doing too much as far as exposing it in the schools, in elementary school and stuff like that. I don't think that should even be a conversation to be talking about. The only thing these kids need to learn is respect of people's spaces, and people, if you see a kid and by then they already feel like they're gay or whatever, they need to just respect boundaries and stuff like that, and not call them out of names. That's what needs to be taught. Not know, I do believe that it is kind of a agenda being pushed, and everybody don't hold everybody accountable. Like, what was it? Balenciaga had a whole campaign with the sex toys for the kids and shit, the kids section, and it was like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Wow, how did y'all just implement something like this and y'all think that was gonna pass? I don't know. That's just me personally. They do that, and so I don't know. Just it's a lot.
See, I'm about to say, did they ever like disclose what was being taught in the school though? Like what was being taught in the school about gay people?
I mean, well, for shit I've seen in New Jersey, I believe they started doing this thing where they kind of like just starting to like
talking about the different pronouns and
thing
stuff.
Going, a gay history thing going, and they like trying to introduce like books. I heard about a book called The Gay BCs, little things like that. And the argument on the straight side,
you said Gay BCs?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. The argument on the conservative, very, very straight side would be that this is majority sexual based, sexualized. So why are the kids being introduced to this when if they're gay, they're gonna become gay, they're gonna experience these things on their own when they're older. So why put it in their minds now? That's the argument.
And that argument is very dumb because everything straight is being put in your face when you're young. Like literally, you see straight people kissing in the kids show. Like, so the basic thing is that sexual things do not need to be in kids stuff at all. They have the kissing, they have the Snow Whites. You kiss like the whole sleeping, and you got to kiss her to wake her. I mean, no, Sleeping Beauty. She's sleeping, and you got to kiss her to wake her up. What if she don't want to be kissed by you?
By how many different niggas? Get the fuck
By how
out of
many?
here.
But like,
How many different niggas? She's a
that's why I
hoe.
said I just want to know what is being taught because like the history is actually very important. Nobody knows about the history, which is a problem in general because people don't really know why Pride started. But I'm gonna jump back to that after we talk about this. But like I said, what is being taught because there's a lot of straight things that's taught to us as kids in general. Like they let us watch these shows that they have the parents, like the mom and dad, whatever. If there's a parent that's two like lesbians, I'm like, that's more common now with kids. Like kids go to school and see like this mommy brought him to school today. This mommy bringing him to school today. Oh, you got two mommies? Like that's a common thing. So I'm like, what is being taught? Is it just like what's it called? Like basis? So like there it's not weird in the schools like that. Like the gay BCs kind of sound okay, but I'm like, what is the gay BCs? Because I don't know what the gay BCs
Yeah,
is.
so I would assume the gay BCs, it's probably just like a gay reference for everybody.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think it just needs to be like small stuff to like not make it weird. Like there is the two mommies, there is the two daddies, whatever. Keep it moving. If kids ask that, talk to your parents. Like, but like I'm just like, I don't think that is wrong to be taught that. I just feel like it just depends on what they're talking about. Cause I'm like in elementary school, there's not too much like talk about sexual things. You're trying to learn your ABCs, you're trying to learn your motherfucking science stuff, like you're trying to learn little things. You're not trying to learn about how to be a person except for sharing and stuff like that or whatever. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what will be taught in the school. Or like having the books in the school. That's another thing. Just because you have the books in the school don't mean you're gonna read it. Remember, all the elementary school, you like some of the books you didn't even read, they just had them in the classroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like that sounds like it just sounds weird. I'm like,
Yeah, it's that's the thing, right? When it all over media, we all grew up seeing straight couples kiss and embrace each other. And now we live in a world where kids really do have two mommies, two dads.
yeah.
So it's kind of like,
yeah,
if you really don't want kids to see adults be affectionate because it's the same sex, you might as well not let them see the other shit either. You might as well do away with that.
You think it should be on both sides, and they should.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Okay.
You know, some people will argue. Some people will argue, hey, but at least it's a man and a woman. The kids is gonna see the man and the woman kiss in the house. Then that's the house. But then the kids gonna see mommy and mommy kiss in the house too. So maybe all of the shit should be out. Maybe niggas should do away with the shit that we see in Disney and all that shit. Go ahead.
Right, because like you say, you got all these niggas kissing you for the Sleeping Beauty. But I feel like more people are pushed to be straight than anything because even as a child, you got like I hate when people, my kids, like, oh, you got a girlfriend? Or, oh, you got a little boyfriend? I hate that question. Like, why is you like, nah, they ain't got no girlfriend or boyfriend. They worry about school, you know, or I think that the straight a lot, like women's. They see the man, oh, you handsome. I know you got all the girls after you look at a girl and, oh, I know you're going to be a problem. Your parent, you know, like that's kind of pushing that narrative. And when I was little, shit, we ain't see men and women in the bed together like on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They was in two separate beds. The man, the woman in separate beds. Like, it just like,
not to cut you off, but I wish my fucking wife would. The fuck?
What you said?
I said not to cut you off, but I wish my wife would.
He was
fucking separate bed. My ass, bitch. Get your ass in here.
No, I'm saying on television, like how it was.
Right. Yeah. But you know, a lot of people
like on TV, they didn't really show us together.
It's becoming more common that a lot of people actually don't even share rooms with their spouse, or even share the same house, and they're married. It's becoming very common.
But you know,
I would marry somebody.
Wait, T's, you breaking up?
Your server's breaking up. Your server's breaking
up. I know. I'm having problems all night, and
You might want to leave and come back.
No, I think she good. No, or did she just freeze? Oh, it just froze. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
might
did
want
she
to leave and
lose
come
it?
back.
It's frozen. Okay.
But yeah, though, I mean, how I feel is that hey, kids may not is supposed to see none of this shit
Right,
at the end of the day. So we can't single out. We can't like. First of all, I used to feel like yeah, we don't want to see none of that gay shit.
right.
But when you really think about what's there, how about just not showing the kids none of that shit and leaving all exposure to sex and public displays of affection and introducing relationships and all. How about leave all that to the parents then?
That's how I feel.
How
Yeah,
about just
because
do
I'm
that?
like, if my kid sees the two mommies like just out and about, like with the kid, like they don't even have to be doing that. They can just be being parents. I'll be like, wait, mom, what the hell is that? Like the two mommies, like the kid should
Let them
actually be in.
explain that. Right.
Yeah, like let them explain that. That's why I was really intrigued about what were they teaching, because I'm like, at the end of the day, yes, to have inclusivity with everybody, but like what are you teaching? Because I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, a lot of the kids shows have people dating, just kissing in general. Like it doesn't have sex in it, of course, because it's kids stuff, but they always have dating and kissing and the prince and the princess and all of that kind of stuff. So it's just like when people get upset about it, I'm just like, it's a normal thing in society. Like, but like you should be filtering what your kids see in the first place. And then with the school thing, I'm like, they probably just put in a book or something in the classroom, which I don't feel is that like dramatic. Because like if you know more, then you just know more. Because the teenagers already know more shit than I do about being gay and all kind of shit. They have the best times. And I'm like, damn, I was
True.
struggling in high school. Y'all over here having fun.
Mm-hmm.
They the fucking popular kids and all of that.
Yeah.
But they be having
That's a question I want to have. Like, how was it for you coming up? Like your experience.
very interesting, child. Um, so like I was somebody who like my family always knew I was gay, but kind of like bullied me for it. So it was
Okay.
like my guy cousins, they always like, "Oh, you gay, whatever." Fight like or talk shit, whatever. Like I'm very smart at the mouth, very quick at the mouth because that's how my family kind of like said stuff. The woman in my family never really said anything like that. Like they like one time my mom's friend said something about me like when I was in like middle school, and my mom like cornered me and asked me, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, "No." Like, why the fuck is you asking me that? Like, because she like cornered me about it. It wasn't like a sit down talk, whatever. She was like, "Are you gay?" Like upset, and I'm just like, wait, like what? And then like continue growing up, like they didn't have like stuff in the media about gay people, all that other stuff. Even though I lived in New York, all of the people in my hood, I knew one trans person. I didn't know anybody that was gay. Whole time, all of the motherfuckers was down low, whatever, whatever. I didn't know none of that. But yeah, like I was never around ballroom in New York because literally everybody in my neighborhood was not gay. And then when I moved down here when I was younger, it was just craziness everywhere, and like people just said little things or oh, he a little whatever. And then like I never came out. I just was like one time, like I don't know, I never came out because
It's way different from men. It's way different from a man being gay than
oh
than a
yes, it's
female.
all because like I said, it's a like weird double standard with like a lot of different things. Like because like just in general, I hate when people out people. Like I would never out another man. Like if I had sex with that man or whatever, and I know he really not gay like that, why would I go tell the world that? Because like that's
Because
dumb.
people are childish.
Yeah, so like I just never understood that, and I hate that, and like it be ruining people's lives if you say that because like let's say like I'm about to say let's say your baby mama now she trying to keep you away from your child because she don't want her child to be gay, and that's not what's going to happen. And I hate when people say like
That's
oh
the
well
stupidest shit I've.
they be like well your child they be like oh well if he see a man kissing a man he's going to want to be gay. No, all of the gay
No,
people
he's not.
saw men kissing women their whole life, and did they
I ain't
turn
gonna
out
lie, man.
straight?
When I was a kid, I seen Holiday Heart.
Right.
I seen Ving Rhames kiss another man.
No,
Yeah,
you
that
stupid.
didn't turn you on.
I was like, hey, yo, that's gay, right?
Yeah, like that
It
didn't
ain't
turn you
never
on.
made me want to kiss a nigga in the mouth.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, like if you're
Right.
straight, you're straight. If you're gay, you're gay, whatever.
That was
I
a
hate
good
when
movie,
people
by
say
the
that.
way, too. That's a classic. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because I'm about to say Rhonda done seen everybody, like men
Mhm.
kissing women in every movie. T's done saw that shit too. Did they turn out straight?
Nope.
No, they're like, oh, I like women. Let me go do whatever with women. Like, and I just think that's so like
Right.
it's the stupidest conversation I've ever had with some people. But like, you can see ignorance versus like people that actually want to talk to you. Like having a conversation like we're having is very like messed up with certain people.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
So you know what? Let's get a
Yeah.
little more political again. The question is here. This is the question. Do you think transgender women can fairly compete in athletic sports with naturally born women?
Hell no.
Why?
Hell no.
No,
So let's
no,
start with Ron. Let's start with Ron and we're gonna go around.
nah.
No, no,
And why?
no. Men, their makeup is just different. You can't, no matter how much um a female could train, or she could be lifting weights, whatever. She's not. Men just are naturally stronger. Fat. I would say all men are faster, more athletic. So I just think it's just not fair.
No.
When I see it, I'm like, bro, we know what's up. Come on now. Like, a woman could train and still not be as built or as fast or whatever as a man. So I don't think that they should be competing in the same sports. It's messed up, and maybe they need to have like a trans league or something. But that's about it. But them like totally doing swimming or anything, no, it's just not right. So
All right, next.
Same. I feel the same exact way as Rhonda does. The basic thing is the makeup of your body. So if we split it up into sex, male and female, the makeup of a male is way different from a female. And then even though if you start taking estrogen at a certain age or testosterone, like I don't think any trans men is most likely going to try to like compete in the Olympics at like a strong contest because they're not going to be as strong as the other men. A trans woman is going to be stronger than the natural born woman, because they literally have like no makeup of all like of a woman except for the estrogen that they started taking. The only person like most people don't start taking estrogen until like they moved out their parents' house, they started doing for themselves, da da da. The like y'all were kind of talking about Zaya earlier. Zaya is
right.
starting to take an estrogen at a younger age, so like she's going to look like a woman more naturally because like probably doesn't have to get a lot of surgery and stuff like that because she's taking it at a younger age. But most people don't start taking it until like after they have puberty. So you done had like the beard, you done had the hair, you done had all of this stuff. You have the muscle concepts of a male, so you're
How
going to
do
be.
you not to cut you off, but how do you feel about that Zaya Wade situation?
I think everybody need to mind their damn business. Like, because at the end of the day,
Me
no,
too.
like that's not like talking shit, but like the parents are trying to do what they want to do for their daughter. Yes, the other mom is trying to like be around, but they always said that she didn't never take care of the kids or she never used to do stuff.
She
So
don't
I'm like,
even see them. So
yeah,
I
so
feel
I'm
like
like,
her
if that's
rights
the
is
case, I don't feel like you should have any say
say
into
so.
anything about that. But I'm like,
Right.
for a child at that age, you can't like if you want to be like what's crazy is that they did like a CBS special on this many years ago about this little white child that knew that he wanted to be a girl from a very young age, and they kept saying there was controversy about that. But like at that age, you know what you want to be, and not saying like your career and all that stuff, but like sex wise, you know that you want to like like okay, I don't feel like I'm a man. I want to be a woman. So I don't feel like anything is wrong with what they're doing with her. I think it's great. It's just horrible that she can't do it in a privacy of her own life because her dad is who he
He
is,
is right.
and her stepmom is who she is, and they already have controversy about their relationship. And then like, yeah, it's just
They
Right.
that's
blaming
all the thing
they
I feel.
blaming her main. They actually blame her mainly for Zaya.
Gabrielle
Right.
Union.
They blame her
Yeah, but she
mainly.
probably like connected with her like really well and like got to talk to her more about it because like that's the other thing is that young gay people need a mentor and people
Mm-hmm.
or young LGBTQ plus I need a mentor in their life that like is living that life to help them transition into what they need to do or just loving people in general. Because some people are
Right.
not loving, like some people grow up in parents' households that hate gay people, and it's like I know that I'm gay, but I can't be gay because you don't want me to be gay and can't live the normal life that they should be living. So yeah.
Right.
All right. What about you, cuz?
Right. Or the parents. Yeah. I want to pick up on the end of what you said, or like the family who they don't like you because you gay, but they got gay friends. I don't like them ones either. I agree with y'all with the way situation. It seemed like everybody would be more happy if the man was bashing his child. It's like, what do y'all want
Right.
this man to do? This is his child. If it was your child, you
Right.
gonna love your child. Like they gonna say now they wouldn't, but until you in that situation, you don't know
You
what you
you
gonna
don't
do.
know.
And the original right. And the original question, hell no, they don't need to be in there because especially if they've been losing when they was going against like, their original sex, they was just losing, but then now that they're trans, you just smoking everybody's hell. Nah, that ain't fair. Because it's like you got an advantage, and now you getting goddamn praise for it. Like, and these women working hard, they ain't gonna never be able to beat your ass. What's gonna happen? You gonna win everything. You taking the fun out of it.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all when I think it's gonna get bad with the sports thing, right? Because they're allowing these fighting competitions between trans women and natural born women. By mistake, one of these trans women are gonna kill one of these natural born women. And women are not gonna go for that. Everybody
I don't
like
believe
it's
that.
okay now. It's fair. But
I
when
don't
a
think it's
natural
cool for them
born
to be
woman
fighting.
gets her head cracked open from a trans woman that wasn't even trying that hard, because they naturally hit harder.
Because I'm about to say there was that's the only person I like the sport, right? Was the trans woman in the fighting thing? There was like one trans woman that did something, but like
was it MMA?
Yeah, like I'm starting to hear little situations about like women are getting their arms broke and all type of wild stuff. It ain't get severe yet because ain't nobody die, ain't nobody get like a permanent.
Yeah. But I don't think that will make it to the professional level and because with fighting stuff, there's a lot of levels to stuff. Like UFC is like the top one for like the fighting things. The boxing rings, it's like the more you go up. I don't think that will make it to the professional level because one, you have to get a physical. You have to get like those hard ass physicals. You have to be a certain weight. You have to do all this different stuff. I don't think that would get to the professional level. I honestly think that in 20 years, because it's not going to be in 10 years, in 20 years, there's going to be a trans like fields in like every sport kind of thing for like professional, like when you get to like a certain point, because
I believe
like
that.
just
That's the
like
only
not
way
the
to make
hand,
everybody shut up. That's the only way to make everybody shut up.
But like just
I
like
think
the
women don't need to be trying to fight
Paralympic.
the trans. Like nobody don't need
dumb.
to be trying to fight the trans of the original sex. Like girl, it seemed like a lot of women and trans women. I want to say the wrong thing because it's like when you're a woman and you transform to a male, are you a trans man or trans?
You're a trans
woman?
man.
I
Yeah.
be getting it mixed up. Okay, so I don't think that a woman should be trying to fight a trans woman. Like I think that should stop too. Like I think a lot of women pick fights with trans women, and both. I think they be wanting to fight women too.
Yeah.
I
honestly think that situation with the trans person and that like thing, that gotta be like some, what's it called? Like that person trying to cause controversy so that their gym could get like some more like play. Cause I'm like, nobody's really going to go for that. Like we all know we're not dumb people. Like the world is dumb, but like, come on now. Like if you host a fighting thing, you're not going to be like, oh, this, like, you know, they have featherweights, they have heavyweights, they have different levels of stuff in general. So why would you go and put somebody that's like nowhere near the same body composition against each other? Like, wait.
I think they should lower the rim. They should lower the rim in the WNBA or let trans women go to the WNBA.
No.
So they can just start dunking on bitches' heads. That shit gonna be fire.
I do believe they should lower the rim though, but a lot of females feel like they don't want, the game of basketball to be played a certain way, and they don't want to feel like they're not playing the game the right way or giving
they
that
gotta
an
adjust
advantage.
it to who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like
I do believe if they lowered it and if they lowered the rim and people could dunk, it would definitely be a lot more exciting.
And they would get their own money. They would get their own money, and they won't need to ask the NBA for money because all you gotta do is get bitches to start dunking and doing windmills and all that. Everybody's gonna start watching that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
To see a bad bitch do a windmill, I'll pay to see that, my nigga. I'll pay to see that. To see a bad bitch dunk on another bad bitch, that's fire. That's fire.
I think it's probably just because like it's a pride thing too. Like you've been playing that way all your life, and then all of a sudden somebody trying to switch it up. Like,
but if they want that, if they want to take this shit worldwide, international, just lower.
Yeah, no, I think that would make like a lot more sense. I love women's basketball, but like the dunking would add
because the women be balling, like they be nice. But the excitement, that comes from basketball is a lot of that shit comes from dunking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be balling though, you know what I'm saying? They be having the handle, they shoot better than the rest of them. But niggas want to see an alley-oop, man. Niggas want to see somebody jump from free throw line, man.
Right.
Yeah. Just want to see that shit, bro. Like, all right, so we're gonna close this. I got a couple more questions. We can wrap it up. So let me ask y'all this. where do y'all stand as far as being gay and the Bible? Where do y'all stand on this? Because it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Starting with
I feel like religion-wise, a lot of things is they mainly push it to where they make it seem like, yo, we're doing like this crazy sin. No sin is greater than is greater than the next sin. You feel me? That's just my opinion. But when it comes to people living their lives, people constantly throw religion out there to counter it and be like, you got to see God, this and that. I believe that they say these things to bash people, like people are not committing adultery, people are not touching kids, people are not doing all these. I mean, people are doing all these things, and you get a pass in the church. But don't be gay, because then now, oh hell no, you done fucked up now.
Right.
So that's how I feel out with religion. They're constantly push it to make it seem like we're creating like this crazy sin. Me personally, I don't go to church anymore. I did grow up in the church. We went every Sunday. And I
facts.
feel like you couldn't spend a night at my house if you on Saturday if you wasn't going to church on Sunday. So I feel like my mom was, she was religious and she wanted us to, know God and stuff like that. And then at a certain age, it was like, if you want to go for yourself. I'm not going to make you go anymore. And then people at the church, I feel like they kind of was, I'm not even gonna say kind of, like they made comments. And my mom's like, I remember the first time like somebody ever made a comment in the church. And I think we was there on a Saturday type thing. And I had like jeans and a shirt on. We doing choir rehearsal. And someone made a comment like, oh, why you got those boy clothes on? Like, where's your skirt or your dress? And my mom's heard it and was like, she turned around with the quickness, like, you buy her fucking clothes? And I was like, ah, she went crazy. But that's how she was, and that's what made me being who I am just even more better, because it's like I had the support of my mother versus some of my friends coming up would have clothes in their book bag and switch what they wearing and then go back home wearing something totally different. So it's like I'm glad that I was able to be myself. And just to bring this up, like I have two of my nieces are gay. My oldest niece is gay, and I remember having a conversation with my oldest brother, and he was like, yo, I don't want her to be gay. And I was like, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I'm gay.
Do about that.
I'm gay, nigga. You support. I said you need to support your child just like you support me. And then he looked at it like, oh shit, like I ain't even see. You feel me? And then from then on, like he don't have no problem with it. And then she got married and her wife had a kid. All right, well now I gotta make the effort because this is technically my grandchild. So now I have to do. I can't sit here and be like, oh no, you didn't have this baby. You feel me? So it's a lot of stuff that people gradually learn. And I told him, if you take yourself out of the situation, don't make it to where your kid now hates you because you're not being supportive. It's not your life. You can't live it for them. You still got to be supportive and do what you got to do. But back to the whole religion thing, I just think they gear it a lot towards, what we do in our lifestyle and not understanding that, bro, times have changed and everything in the Bible or whatever. I believe a lot of this stuff is just like, it is what it is, but
and let's be real. The black church is one of the gayest places in the world. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Ah, you're right.
Let's talk about it.
First gay man in the black church, probably.
Like, let's talk about it all. Let's talk about the funny stuff the Reverend might be doing. The Reverend kid. Let's talk about them people in quiet practice. Come on now. It's a lot of dick sucking and pussy eating from the same sex going on.
Yo, you a whole dummy.
It's a lot of that shit going on. And like, come on now. If anybody should embrace gay people, it should be the black church. It's a lot of gay shit going on. If you really pay attention, you know that shit is going on. Because half the people in church, they feel like they got to be in there because they feel like they doing some type of deviant shit. They whatever they like or whatever their preference is, they made because their grandmother, their mother told them. They thinking it's some deviant shit. Half them in there trying to pray the gay away.
Oh, let's not talk about praying the gay away.
it ain't gonna go nowhere though. But you could try, nigga. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? And as a straight man, I had to grow and I had to really like view the world because when you growing up in the 90s, you grow up being homophobic and not even knowing you homophobic. You know what I'm saying? But then when you get older and you realize, that's a lot of gay people I know that I love, but at the same time, But at the same time, I see gay people who I don't know, and I'm saying negative things to myself when I picture them. Like that shouldn't even make no sense.
I think where we grew up, you kind of could be
Right.
really whoever the fuck you wanted, and nobody had
That's
no
what I'm
problem
saying.
with it.
At the same time, they would kind of like talk to us in a certain way, or they'd be like, oh, because they call me Juju in the hood. They're like, oh, Juju, you ain't get no pussy in 2 months? What, you a faggot now? You like boys? They say little funny shit like that, but at the same time, we grew up. It was certain gay people you knew from back in the day, like, yeah, that nigga gay right there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
And
time,
it was okay. Everybody still chilled with you and hung out with you, and it was nothing. I think now, like I said, people just doing it for the trend, for the fashion, whatever. But like what you like, whatever. Oh, I know this is a random one, but y'all see the brat pregnant? Y'all see
yeah,
the comments?
that's wild.
Yeah.
You know what's
I'm
crazy?
happy for them.
The
Yeah.
brat is a bad bitch.
Y'all seen them comments though? It went a little
The
crazy.
comments was horrible.
They
but
went crazy. They went crazy.
hold on, pause. Nate, he said the bread is the bad.
It's like they
That's
whining
a bad
woman.
Do you
bitch.
see her sister? Do you see her sister?
Lisa Reyes' sister, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like they were bad bitches forever. Like
Yeah,
they,
like I
they
ain't gonna
got
lie,
good
man.
juice.
When I was a kid and I seen the brat in that video with Tyrese,
Yeah, she was fire.
when he like hold that bullshit, I was like, nah, the brat is fire. When she put on them girl clothes, I'm like, oh shit. And then she got older, and she had a picture that went viral. She showing her ass. I'm like, nah, that shit is back there. I was like, nah, that shit running the family. Because you know,
but
Lisa
you know,
Ray
in
got
the
that
gay
ass.
community, she's not supposed to get pregnant.
I mean,
Which
if
is
it's a
so lame.
lesbian couple,
So
Wait,
many,
because she
somebody
more
got
so
somebody
many
masculine?
got to get
masculine
pregnant.
roles out
Right. The rules are terrible. It's
Right.
stupid. So she's not the one that's supposed to get pregnant. Me personally, I don't, like I said, I don't give a damn. I'm having kids. Y'all can suck my dick. So
There's two women. Somebody has to hold the baby.
But the stud is technically not supposed to have the kid.
In the realm of that gay dumb shit.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? When like going over like
I'm having
celebrity
kids.
shit on the internet, they talk about the brat as like, yeah, she dressed like a boy most of the time, but she kind of was liking niggas and bitches the whole time.
She never knew how to come out. I think it was only to her circle. It wasn't really in the industry out there.
They said, well, the stud not supposed to get so because I'm the more masculine one in the relationship, but I'm a woman still, I can't have a baby.
So
yeah, the stud no.
Wait, so Ron, you want to carry?
It seems
I
like
am.
it's
In the next 2 years, I'm advocate.
Oh, I'm going to that baby shower.
Yeah, in the next 2 years, I probably won't have one.
I'm embarrassed you, nigga. I'm kissing your stomach and I'm taking a picture.
You
nigga.
a whole dickhead, but
I'm
why not?
you, nigga.
Why not? The rules. I feel like the rules is dumb. A lot of stuff.
If you can conceive. What is all this extra shit? Oh, it's
two
cool to be
studs are
gay,
not
but now
supposed
you
to
gay. You
date.
can't hold the baby. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
So
y'all
like
talking about?
two studs is not supposed to date. It like the rules is just so dumb. Who made them up?
This is what I'm saying. Like this is all new. Niggas is making it up as they go. This shit is gonna be trial and error.
But see, at the same time, there's a lot of gay rules that just that, like, so I feel like the gay rules came from straight people asking or saying different things about gay people.
Well, y'all shouldn't be doing this, right?
Yeah, like they'll be like, you shouldn't be doing this. Who's the man and who's the woman?
You're right.
Both men.
These rules should definitely be up to y'all to decide because it's y'all who have to hold the other people wrong.
I'm saying it comes
the
from
other
the
people,
straight
y'all have to
gays,
hold
though.
them accountable for when they do something wrong. A lot of shit, straight people not gonna be able to speak on if somebody do something wrong. That's gonna be up to y'all to hold y'all own people accountable.
I think it's more so the younger generation. They be out here just doing anything. The younger gays is wild. Like they just be doing anything.
They be having the time of their life. And I'm like, I was getting bullied for this.
They out here wilding.
Yeah, I'm like, I was getting bullied for this. I was getting bullied for this shit. Y'all celebrating it. The fuck?
All right, so you know what? Let's talk about down low men now.
Oh,
my brother.
Oh man.
Before we wrap this up, talk about why you feel like some men choose to remain down low, and give us a story or two. Give us a story or two, and explain how do y'all make that whole like world work? Because I'm sure there's rules that go with that. And give us something that
The
might
made
go
up
our
rules
way.
that are not written anywhere, but they're just in the air. Like, what the fuck? So okay, the reason why download men, God, the reason why download men stay down low is because number one usually is because of family. It's all things that has to do with society, but number one is usually family. Either they're bisexual and already had like a child with a woman or whatever, or they never could come out when they was younger, and then like they're just not realizing all of the things that they actually like because they're in a different space. Because some people don't come out so they move like to a different state or things like that because of their family. Either getting kicked out of the church, since we were talking about religion, getting kicked out of the church, getting kicked out of family events. Because some people, like a lot of people associate gayness with child molestation and child raping. A lot of people like associate gay men with that for some weird reason. It's not really weird. Like I get because of society, blah blah blah, but it's still dumb.
It happens. But
Yeah,
women
like
do
it
it too.
happens, but like I
Women
said, it's
prey on
still
children
dumb.
too. It ain't just a man thing.
Yeah. Yeah, of course,
Right.
people just say men. But yeah, so those are like the main things. It's like mostly because of family, society, whatever. Shit, the black community not believing that there's bisexual men. Just there's so many different fucking things. I feel like I personally do not talk to the DL men. That's a personal preference because they have a lot of mental issues going on sometimes with some of the things.
Yes,
I
they
don't
do.
have time to be trying to like hide when I'm
Dr.
like,
Phil
doing stuff.
niggas.
Yeah, like I don't have the time to be trying
They
to hide
fighting
when I'm doing
demons.
stuff. Huh?
They fighting demons.
They be fighting demons sometimes. The demons that the niggas be talking about on Facebook because be the booty hole. That's what they be really fighting. They don't they don't be fighting no real demons. They be fighting the booty hole. What's some other things? Like I said, I personally don't date them, but like I've dealt with them before, and like they say crazy shit to niggas. They really traumatize you if you really like don't feel as yourself as a bad bitch. Like because I just was talking to my friend about I had two different men tell me if I was a woman they would have married me. And when I was younger, that was very traumatizing. But then when I got older, I was like, fuck them niggas. And they both came crying back years later, but it was just like they in their mind, they're like, oh, if you were a woman, I would marry you. Like they had all of the feelings for me, but I wasn't a woman. So it's like it just was like shit like that. And that's another thing. They're both Christian men, religion. I don't date a lot of devout Christians either, because they be having a lot going on too. But basically DL men do that because society. That's just the basic. Like if you want to tagline something, DL men say DL because of society. That's it. Because all of the society put all of these rules in place about you being gay and what else, whatever. Even gay people do it. Gay people say shit all the time, like, "Oh, nigga, you gay for this?" Like I said, I don't feel like gay men is. I mean, I don't feel like people are gay if your dick doesn't get hard for another man being, like being unclothed. Like if you see
I've never thought about that perspective before, though.
yeah, like you not to me, you're not gay. Like I don't think you gay. Like I've dealt with not gay niggas that wanted to try. They were curious. Like they literally were curious because they heard from another gay nigga. They was like, oh, I don't have head from men and women. The men give the best head. Like if they're like they hear from a gay person, they hear from somebody that wanted to try something, they be like, men.
This is what niggas be saying.
Oh, niggas do say that. I ain't gonna lie, niggas give the best head. I don't go head from men and women. Niggas give the best head, low key. But like
wow,
you like
the
the
world
main
is
basis
very
is
real.
though, like how women do say women give better head. On both sides, it's just the fact of we know each other's bodies more because we are that. You're a woman, you know your how your whole vagina is. Men don't really know how women's vagina is unless they study it. So it's like you already know how to please yourself.
It does take
so
a
you
lot
think,
of practice to learn how to eat pussy. Half
yes,
as good as a lesbian.
yes, but if you're a
Half
woman, you already know your own body, so that's whatever.
Just to be kind of good, it takes
Yeah.
a lot of work. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
so when
I
men talk
failed
about men,
many
they say that
times.
same shit. Because women say women give the best head, men that are bisexual sometimes say that men give the best head. Like that's what they say. So like when curious men, they just like sex. Like a lot of people just like sex. Some men will stick their dick in anything just because they
No,
like sex.
literally.
So like
Yeah,
I
like
don't
you
mean
see
that
this
they
right here.
yeah,
Catch me on the wrong day, man.
yeah,
I'm
like
blazing it
niggas will
up.
stick their dick in anything. So
This
yeah,
mason jar could get it. What you talking about?
I'm crying.
Yo, what is wrong with you?
We're not gonna look at the mason jars the same.
Tear this mason jar the fuck up.
I'm
Yeah.
crying.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you just traumatized me. Every time I see a making love,
I let that shit go in one ear out the other. But yeah, so like men like they sick of getting anything, and then like niggas on drugs. That's how some shit happens when men like try gay shit is because
niggas get on drugs and they real self come out.
No, either their real self come out or they be with a gay man and like be like, why do you da 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 da, and then like they be talking, then it turns into like something. But like I said, I don't feel like if your dick don't get hard when you see a man naked, you're not gay. If you had tried something, you let a nigga give you head, your dick had finally got hard after he gave you a lot of head, you're not gay. Like that's not gay because I'm like, it's just you wanted to try something. You don't really like that shit. If you continue to do that shit, then you are now a gay person.
So let me ask y'all a question, because this is what I think. This is what what you saying that for?
No, T's was saying she agrees with me.
Oh yeah, so my thing is this, right? Because I grew up where people did this thing called run trains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said 2-3 times already, if your whistle don't get hard around other men, then you know who you are, right? So I had this thing where I had to stop trying to run trains with the homies because I wasn't able to perform. But I used to be the only one. Everybody else, you go to the
so
room,
you saying
chicks,
being around
other
men, seeing dicks, you was just like, nah, I can't even.
I wouldn't even have to look. Just the fact that I know.
Right.
I'd be like, yo, man, I'm gonna stick this one out, guys.
Right. But see, everybody is different.
I always had that question too.
You would say what?
Wait, T, what you said?
I said I always had that question too. Like I always wonder how that worked. Like, is that y'all be having eye contact? Like it's a whole bunch of niggas in the room, and the position sometimes it be like, so what?
Yo,
I'm gonna
tell you how weird it get, right? I'm gonna tell you how weird it get, right? Because I consider trains as a 32-year-old grown man. I consider running trains to be homoerotic, right? Because when I picture the scene, it's like I'm 14, 15. Say it's 1 or 2 girls. It's twice as many dudes, right? It's one guy in the back, one guy in the front, and then it might be 2 or 3 other guys watching, beating their meat, waiting for their turn. And me, I used to be like, gotta go. Everybody else,
so you felt like if you felt like if you wasn't in on the action going first, then you're not coming behind, waiting, beating your dick.
All right, I've had in that same situation, right? I be first. Get a little excited, can't perform now. But how I know it was because there's other men in the room is because if all the men leave the room, it is just me and the girl, I have no issues at all. Mm-hmm. So I be thinking like this shit is like y'all halfway, y'all niggas on like some voyeurism like kind of shit, and you kind of like the thought of seeing a man in person get with a woman, it's kind of turning y'all niggas on. Like it's 3 dicks in the same room as you.
Right.
I used to think it was something wrong with me when I was younger, but then as I got older, I'm like, nah, I'm just straighter than you niggas.
Right. Yeah, because I'm about to say some people really like are into voyeurism, like for real. They literally just want to watch somebody do that. Because I'm like how you're talking in general, like there's straight porn. Niggas always going to watch straight porn 9 times out of 10 because you see the action happen and you're imagining you're the person effing the person. You're not like looking like, oh, I want to see this dick inside this pussy. It's kind of like, oh, you're imagining that you're the person in that like predicament doing it. But the train thing is very funny because like how you said you were like off track, like, oh damn, I'm not performing well, whatever. So you question yourself, but I'm like, some niggas did just be fucking horny and just be happy that they can fuck a girl. I'm like probably was staring at that girl the whole time, but at the same time, it's like they might have just been into voyeurism or they just might.
But it's like it's weird because even being 14, 15 back then, even if you can't see the men that's next to you, you can hear these niggas.
Yeah, you know they're in the room.
And niggas like, yeah, bitch, suck that dick. I'm like, why are you cheering? Why are you cheering?
you just felt like
why are you cheering on a girl that's servicing another man?
Right.
I mean, you say that when you're watching porn, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be like, gotta go. Gotta go. This ain't for me, guys.
So I want to say it was 2 years ago. I went to Vegas with a group of friends, and this group of friends, they are into voyeurism. So we had a big Airbnb house, and well, before we even did that, where did we go? We was in Memphis, and they were like, what we're gonna do is if you and your partner want to have sex and you want people to watch, then we're gonna put a white sheet over your door. And if you don't want people to watch, I mean, so the white sheet means you can watch and you could possibly join in. And then the black sheet meant, yo, I am gonna hold you. I'm new to the family group, so I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? But they're really into voyeurism. So we went to Vegas and we actually went to a sex club. There's sex clubs everywhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? So we go in there. As soon as I get in there, they're like, yo, we got action. Go in there, and this girl is laying on like like all of it's like so many different rooms. You got showers, you got lockers, there's a hot tub, a pool. It's just so many different rooms, like a lounge area, rooms and stuff. So we go in, and the girl is getting drilled. My nigga by mad niggas. They just waiting in line like beep, 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 beep. Next nigga. I'm like, damn, they just going crazy on this bitch pussy. So when I tell you, like, it was just, and then there was one big ass bed. And I really was just like, yo, this white girl been fucking for hours. Her pussy not tired? Like, wow. No, but it was just so much going on.
Yeah, give her a break.
And people walking around jerking off like freely, bro. And so basically how the sex clubs work is you can go in as a single male, a single female, which you have to pay. You'll pay more if you're single. But if you're coupled with someone, then you can get into all the areas. But if you're single, they have to invite you to those areas. Like they have to bring you with them because you just can't go. And I'm like, damn, like people really be doing this shit. They like, yeah. So I guess, the one they really always go to is the one in New Orleans. And they was like, yo, that one is like, the etiquette is really good. I'm just sitting there, watching something because all my friends went to this couple area and I got the fucking single bracelet on. So I'm just like, damn, ain't nobody come back for me. So I'm watching it through the shit. And all I hear is like a dick jacket. I'm like, no. And the dude sitting right next to me, like standing next to me. And I'm just like, yo, bro, you wasn't even going to like, where the etiquette at, bro? What's up? Like, I didn't ask for this.
Show some decorum, nigga.
Yeah, where the respect? And he just jacking dick. And I'm like, somebody come back here and get me, bro.
I ain't never been that horny in my life. These niggas just in other places getting crazy.
That was the first time I ever seen people really just in there going at it, like 100%.
I ain't gonna lie. I pay to experience that shit at least once.
And, yo, and actually, I was open-minded, bro. I had to be open-minded. I was like, I'm gonna do it. We go in there, and it wasn't even that bad, man.
I'm gonna lie, man. I paid to
it wasn't
experience that one time.
Yeah,
I just want to say, try to find one. I don't know how y'all feel about white people, but try to find one where there's more black people. I
think that was the one
the white people more perverted, right?
They're going to treat you like, they're just going to treat you like you're an object sometimes.
Fetishes?
Yeah, they have big fetishes for black people in general. So
I'm trying to get in one of them shits. I'm trying to see if one of these white men are like pay me to like fuck his wife or some shit.
They would do that too.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
They would.
Yeah, people was walking up to me. Yeah, people was walking up to me like, hey, do you want to play? And I was like, nah. And then they had like some shit. It looked like a fucking time machine. So this lady got in the machine and you standing up. So the lady got in the machine and she's standing up, but there's holes all around. So you can't even see her face. So it's holes all around like that part of her body, her waist area. And dudes sticking their dick in, somebody's fucking her. And then while the dude is fucking her, his wife is behind him, sticking her finger in his butt. It was a lot going on.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, they are wilding.
Oh my gosh, y'all just reminded me of the point that I was trying to make earlier. Jesus. Remember when y'all said you think anybody that touches the butt part is kind of whatever? I can't remember what y'all said about but basically,
lets it happen to him?
Huh?
You talking about if a man lets it happen to him?
Like if he lets his wife like put her finger in his butt,
he's not gay.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not gay.
Yes. Yeah. So I was about to say a lot of people do not know that the male G spot is in the booty.
Nah. See. That's becoming more widespread, but I still say that as straight men, We cannot let women play with our buttholes. That's just an extra thing for women to not respect us.
Let me say this, right?
We
So
cannot let women do that.
Right. I just found out, like, I wouldn't say just found out, but one of my friends, that's what he is into, and he allows his wife to do that. And I'm like, at first, me with the thinking that I already had, and I had to be like, you know what, I can't even think like that, because I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, she sticking stuff in there. He's like, yo, like, little butt plugs, but nothing crazy. Yo, what we doing? Like, what's going on?
I just don't think there's a black
He's not
woman
gay.
alive that can respect a nigga after she put something in the gas. I just don't think it's possible. Not for too long.
I'm open-minded.
Not for too long. I think she'll lose a layer of respect. He's a little less nasty.
Why? But why?
Right, like what?
I just don't. For one, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I had a chick. She cleaned my.
You never got your ass. You never got your ass ate.
She one time for a couple seconds. It was the most vulnerable thing that ever happened to me in my life, and I never allowed it to happen again. For real, like I even had a white girl in the house before, and she asked to do it, and I told her no. She was supposed to spend the night. I sent her home that night
because she wanted to eat your butt.
She asked, yeah, can I eat your ass? I was like, no. Are you sure? Because I think women really be catching niggas with that "are you sure" shit. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm good. I end up sitting at home after, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's masculine. There's nothing masculine about a woman's face in your asshole.
So that's the thing. You said 2 points. You said that was the most vulnerable you felt in your life.
It did not feel manly at all.
But no,
and
then you also said that woman, you don't think that they can respect you after that, right? So you could, like, you literally hit on the point. Being vulnerable is something that women respect more than anything else. Some women don't respect that because they're dumbass bitches. But at the end of the day, if a man is vulnerable with you,
not in that way, anyway, but that way, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you just said you're vulnerable, but yeah,
cool. But a nigga doing this is out of line. Any nigga who finds a reason to be like this, no.
I mean, there's multiple different positions you could be in, though. You don't have to be in that position. You don't have to be in that position to get your ass ate.
Yo.
But like I tell people, ass play for men needs to be
against the law,
respected more.
No, it needs to be respected more.
Because I ain't gonna lie. No. One of the best nuts I ever had in my life was a vibrating like butt plug thing in, and somebody giving me head. I thought I died and went to heaven. I was like, oh my god.
Nah. I ain't
you saying nah, but I'm telling you,
I've been coming one way my whole entire life.
You said what?
I've been coming in one way my whole entire life, and I'm willing to live and die that one way. I swear to God.
That's fine.
I swear. They be like, yo, man, G-spot is in the male's asshole.
Yo, you ain't
living. You said what, Rhonda? He ain't living. You ain't living, my nigga.
I'll stay dead. Man.
See, my thing is, like I tell people, I'm not like, I just be telling people don't try to make other people against that, because at the end of the day, it is a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, it's different.
And I just be like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But like the women that do it, they get pleasure from pleasing the man from doing that. But then I was like, shit, you can't just be springing that on no man, because not gonna lie, men don't wipe their ass good. So like, God, you can't just be springing that on no man, especially no straight man, because some straight men be talking shit about opening up their booty cheeks.
Yo, a lot of men don't believe, they don't even know how to wash their ass correctly.
Right.
No. They don't get in there like they
should. That's why I'm like, you can't just be springing that on any man, because some niggas don't even wash their ass right.
Yo, I think we living in a brave new world. If it's for you, it's for you. But I feel like when a man lets a woman do certain things, I think you got to be a certain type of nigga. I think if you out here trying to portray yourself to be like this big, super alpha, like gangster type, and then you let a woman play with your butthole, she gonna lose respect for you.
But how is that?
Like, she'll lose respect.
I just laugh.
Let me ask you a question. It goes like this: you this big straight dude, right? Like act like you one of the hardest niggas out, and he's arguing with your bitch, and she say, "Why you acting tough? I had my whole finger in your asshole last night."
She shouldn't say that anyway.
She shouldn't say that anyway.
She gonna be thinking it. And if it's no one else around and they in the house arguing, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it.
So you think men would be more open if they didn't feel, if women didn't out them when they mad?
I don't think niggas. I think it's certain niggas. It's certain shit that straight men should not do. But if you do it, that's on you, man.
The rules that
I
are
don't
not
think
written
women.
down.
I think at the core of it all, women don't respect it. They having fun. They got the opportunity to be dominant over a man and watch a man squirm like a little bitch for a couple
But
minutes.
I mean, so my thing is, you not squirming when she giving you head?
Who?
Right.
I try not to. I try to be as still as possible.
You're gonna be fucking. You're too tough for me, my nigga.
Yeah, like nigga, you gotta say you don't be moaning and shit.
In my own kind of way.
You too tough for me, motherfucker.
It seems like you're more concerned about throwing it up in your
You too concerned about looking tough than enjoying yourself.
I don't want to look tough. I want to be masculine,
right there like a bitch,
dominant the whole time.
Right there like a fucking bitch. You hear me?
Listen, I don't want to be like this. I think a nigga getting his ass ate, he be like this.
Nigga, how do you know?
I'm thinking
you gotta do all that.
I don't know how a nigga could maintain his masculine frame and have a finger going in and out of his bowl.
My friends say they just be holding the back of her head, making her go deeper or whatever.
Yo, there's nothing masculine about that.
What's wrong?
You pushing a girl's face on your butthole.
Look, you ask all the right questions.
They not on all fours like throwing their butt back. They got their legs open, like even if like.
You think they not?
From what they showed me, they demonstrated how
they showed you.
Yo, bro, we have these talks. Like, yeah, niggas be getting their ass ate. Everybody, I be like, hey, yo, it's a lot more men than you think.
They be living their best motherfucking life.
Finger in the butt and all that. Butt plugs and all that. Everything.
No.
They was like, no dildos though. They say no dildos though.
Right.
Listen, I feel like getting your ass ate could possibly be like a gateway drug. It starts with a tongue. After a tongue.
For being gay or just
I'm just talking about butt play with straight men. It starts with a tongue. What happens after the tongue? Nigga upgrade to a finger maybe. He might upgrade to a butt plug. Eventually he might be like, you know what, babe? Get the dildo. Let's see what's gonna happen.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so from most straight men that I talk to that have had that happen to them, they never said they was going to the dildo. And I'm about to say the butt plug thing is because the G spot is like right there. That's why the butt plug is being used because it stimulates that. Like I said, if you ever have the chance in your life to have that combo, getting head while having like a butt plug or a vibrating butt plug or just something to stimulate your G spot in your ass, you're gonna have the best nut you ever had in your life. I'm telling you. Yo, be fucking their girls with the damn butt plug in because you get more stimulation that way.
Yo.
That's why I don't get why men be so scared about the prostate.
I respect it. It's just wild. It's wild.
It's wild because it's newer. It's newer. And remember, eating ass in general was not a thing back in the day. Eating pussy.
I was against it. I was against it. Now I yes.
Yeah, but like eating pussy wasn't always a big thing back in the day either.
Yeah, I ain't big on eating pussy either though.
You whack.
I ain't eat pussy in over here.
Look at Rodney Man. You whack, nigga.
I'm on strike.
Nigga, what the fuck you in the room doing? Just pound. Let's talk about this, right? I feel like the culture.
I take bitches to Pound Town.
I feel like the culture we came from with y'all constantly. I say y'all because you, my brothers, and them. Y'all was constantly running trains on bitches. That y'all don't even know how to fucking please a woman because y'all just so ready, just in there. Nigga, slow down.
Women can be pleased without having.
They just in there for themselves.
Women can be pleased without having. Yes,
bro, you work it. Like chill. Like, and that's how I feel. What probably messed up a lot of men is that they so used to fucking slides or whatever the case may be that they don't know how to really just pay attention to a woman's body.
Right.
That's
you don't eat pussy is wild.
Yeah, I'm on. But you see, I'm
what
single.
You in there doing?
I'm single.
I don't think he said he don't eat pussy.
I'm single though, so I'm single. Like, I have a girl. I have a girl. I'm gonna turn it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm single, so it's like I don't be. That's too intimate for me. So I ain't eat pussy since 2021.
No, Roger, please. With these faces. Intimate? That's too intimate for you?
That's intimate.
Sex is intimate. You
that is a requirement in my
book. Put your face between the girl legs.
What the fuck? So you don't
That's
do foreplay?
Extremely intimate, yo.
What is the foreplay you're doing?
Okay, so let's rewind. What type of foreplay are you doing with these single women?
We all interested.
Yo,
you kiss?
If she not my, I kiss.
He's spitting like a motherfucker.
I kiss.
Ain't no way.
I kiss almost anywhere except the pussy and the asshole while I'm single.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I'm single. I don't care too much if she get off or not. But I'm somebody
so she can suck your dick.
Damn.
But see, this is the thing though. I'm a G. I tell them to their face, like, yo, I don't. If you don't want to give me head, you don't have to. Sometimes they still do it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes I'll swindle them and I won't mention that I don't eat pussy. I just have her give me the neck. And then I hit. And then chick will mention it later. Like, yo, you gonna eat it next time? Like, yo, I don't know. That's against my religion. Shorty.
Grow up. Grow the fuck up.
Wow.